What is it that I desire? I desire levels. Give me my 20 arcane. So we can put 5 more here, 10 more here, and then maybe 10 more here. And let us purchase a specific weapon. Dun 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 dun. My Logarius wheel. Let's fortify this bad boy. And you want to put the nourishing gems on it. How much does Ludwig's rifle cost? I have a feeling it's expensive. 10,000. We'll upgrade it a little bit. So let's go to the Nightmare lecture building. I want the little graduation cap that these guys have. It's not an option for me. So at the lecture building, if you go through these doors on the top hall, or not the top hall, but the upper story, whatever you want to call it. I'm not very good at speaking, am I? You'll be able to access the Nightmare of Mensis, and this is like the last area of the game. This is what it's all been about. This is the climax of the story. It is PvP enabled, so we might get an invader. Three chunks. Light lamp. Invisible mode. Pretty good idea, because there's something up there in the corner that's causing frenzy. As long as you don't look at it, it shouldn't be too bad. I don't know, that might be a rumor if you look at it. Then it causes problems. But for now, you just try and avoid everything and just head straight up the hill. Go through the giant iron gates. Enjoy those iframes. Big spiders. Bell ringing woman. And more spiders. So what I like to do is I'll down a couple blue elixirs here. Try and avoid the spiders so they don't detect you. Pick up some shaman bone blades. And then just run by them. Run by everything. This guy up ahead, this NPC, his name is Edgar. I don't know why people know his name. Or at least how they know his name. But he is not really worth your time. He just drops sedatives. So if you want sedatives, you can kill him. But if you don't care, like me, I don't care. God dang, that's a lot of damage. Just ignore him. Although he doesn't really seem to be giving me much of an option, is he? He'll bugger off eventually. Go down this way and go through the bird cage. Lamp. Now I believe there's a rune right here. Let's see here. Where is it at? Thank you. The other eye rune. The eye runes increase your character's item discovery. And I think Edgar's lost interest. So we should be safe. And you can also cheese him from right here if you want. So there he is. Two backbones. What's this item? It just disappeared. Why did that item just disappear? Weird. Beast blood pellet. Don't worry about the little girls. They don't seem to mind. 2 blue elixirs. However, they do get aggressive if you start messing with Big Mama here. See him? Let's see. Strange encounters at the Nightmare of Mensis. Strange stuff indeed. Get over here. Now these are lead elixirs. I haven't been using them much. They're very useful in PvP. And we're not doing much PvP in this walkthrough. I mean, it's a walkthrough. But if I was fighting some more NPCs than I needed to, I probably would be using the lead elixirs. Get some of that poise action going. Activate the little thing. That is a shortcut in case we die. Okay. Now that little cage there has like, I think it's bone marrow ash in it, and I'm not gonna go and get it because I don't need it. So we're just gonna go straight to the boss, and this is probably the most infamous boss in the whole game. And it's not that he's like, you'll just see why he's infamous. His name's Mikalash, host of the nightmare. He really is kind of like the source of all problems. And an argument could be made that Lawrence is the root of all problems, but he's like the more direct cause of all problems. He's pretty much the reason that the events are transpiring right now. Thank you for bullets. And you chase him around, and eventually he'll run into this room. For me, I was pretty lucky he ran right in here immediately. He's got some marionette puppets. Get rid of them. Don't get near Mikalash. Come on, stand up. Alright. So, the strategy is that he'll just use Augur of Abritus, this thing. So just take a couple hits, try and bait one out. Walk around him. Don't get greedy. Everything will be fine.
Majestic! A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream.
Now we do need to go down that way, but I don't want to do this again. You know what? No, let's come back for it later. Wait, should I do it? Okay, I've changed my mind. We're gonna do it. Because we need this guy. And a lot of times if you shoot him, they'll stop running. But we need to keep going further. And watch out for these little girls. Dirty triangle. 3 sedatives. And I'm waiting for Big Mama. Where's she at? Man, those things do too much damage. That hit me? Moon Rune. That's what I wanted. Remember, the Moon Rune gives you more souls. So that was the 2nd tier Moon Rune. Which means it's better than the 1st tier. There he is. He'll run through a mirror. And he'll spawn, I think, over here. Yep, there he is. Alright, so when he runs through that mirror, if you come over here and you can lock onto him, you can actually poison him from here with poison knives. That's the cheap way of killing him, and I'm not going to do that here, but if you're losing your mind trying to fight him, you can do that. But when you drop down here, he'll run into this room. And now the goal is to figure out how to get in the room. But before we go directly in there, let's pick some stuff up. Yes. I have to go through his entire dialogue box just to pick up the key. You do not need this key, but it's a good thing to pick it up. Alright, this is how you do it. Blah, 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 blah. Stop talking. Let's buff up. Show this birdcage man who's... Alright, so now he's pretty dangerous now because he's got a call beyond. And that is a certified one-shot. You can kind of stagger him out of it if you shoot at him. Although I'm getting pretty lucky here, he's not doing it. So that was pretty lucky. That auger, by the way, this thing, you can parry with it, so he can parry you with it. So don't just feel like you can just spam away. Mensis cage. It's a bridge. Mikalash is not really a good boss, to put it mildly. Most people, I think, hate him. But when in Rome, to the dream, away! I desire levels. That is what I desire. So I said 25 arcane, and then we'll stop. So now we will go back to the Nightmare of Mensis. I would not be surprised if I got invaded here. I'm at a good level for invasions. So right now what I'm doing basically is I'm running to the bell ringing woman to go kill her. But not before I kill this guy. Get those chunks. There she is. And she's dead. And we have Shadows of Yharnam. And that kind of proves my theory, doesn't it? That the Shadows of Yharnam are referring to Queen Yharnam, right? As opposed to the city of Yharnam. Back the pigs. Go fetch. Ooh, double backstab. I'm getting all of the backstabs. Heals. Heals. There's a nourishing... There it is. The nourishing gem. I was going to say, there's a nourishing gem up here that I need. Absolute tank, this thing. Pigs the size of hippos. I find the hippo kind of one of the more fascinating creatures. You don't really expect much out of the hippo in terms of like personality wise, because they're not very bright. A lot of those large ungulates. I don't know, is a hippo an ungulate? I don't think so. I don't think they have they don't have hooves. Okay, they're bullying me now. Do they have the same health bar and the same damage that they did way back when? Remember the corpse bride from the lake? The Rom Lake? There she is. But we're not ready for her yet. One Yosefka bottle. Why is there a Yosefka bottle there? Another mystery. Alright, so now we get to go this way. So this door doesn't close, that because you can roll out into a window, which is what I want to do. Roll. Because there's some stuff this way. Because there's winter lanterns here. Actually, well, let me equip the sedatives that I have. Those will be useful. Did not get to iframe that. Now there's two up here. So now we will... you know what? I don't need it. I don't think I'm going to survive that, am I? Well, I'm going to survive. I'm not going to be able to cure it in time. These guys will drop droplets from time to time. But I'm not having very good luck. Oh, there we are. I spoke too soon. These droplets are pretty useful. And then the free one. Alright, now there are spiders in here. Ignore spiders. Try and run around them. And then there should be a lever up ahead. There's the lever. Show this brain who's boss. That was the thing that was inducing frenzy earlier from high atop a hill. Can you stop? Oh, this winter lantern. Drink one of these. And very carefully walk along here. So we just picked up the choir bell there. The choir bell is a hunter tool that allows you to heal yourself and people around you. It works like healing miracles from Dark Souls. Great One's Wisdom, Arcane Damp Blood Gem, Great One's Wisdom, Great One's Wisdom, Great One's Wisdom. Picking up all the good stuff. And Madman's Knowledge. Damp Blood Tinge Gem. And since we picked up the key, we can go in here. And the reason we pulled the lever is because otherwise the brain would have been out here in this area, specifically right in front of me right there, and would have been killing me. But now we need to drop down here and pick up the great reward, the Blood Rock, so we can get a +10 weapon. Except now we have Edgar to deal with. Hello, Edgar. Still not interested in fighting you, so I'm going to ignore you. So now that we've dropped the brain, we can come back down here. And then take this little cage. We need to pay the brain a visit. We need to enter the abyss and fight Artorias. See how his eyeball follows you? Alright, so now we need to do a gesture. So we picked up this gesture earlier called Make Contact. The reason we picked it up is because we need to use it before the brain. And this takes like 30 seconds. So just be patient. So what did you guys have for lunch today? Alright, there it is. Moon. 3rd tier moon rune. And now we must kill. We got the health bar size of most bosses. And he gives you the living string, which was the last dungeon ritual material that we needed. And if you drink a sedative, your beast meter will go away. And if I was really patient, I would just go back to the dream, buff up on everything. But because I am not the patient person that you all believe me to be, we are going to fight the pseudo-fate final boss of the game. Not really the final boss, but it's one of the 3 possible final bosses. So what do we got here? Everything's good in the neighborhood. So let's buff up. And you know what? I'll use arcane damage. Haven't been using it much this run. It's a giant crow! Try and stay to her backside. Try and not get hit. Do a lot of damage. Because it is the saw cleaver after all. Wait for the baby to stop crying, and then we will get our reward. One-third umbilical cord. So now, if you've been counting, I have 2/3 of an umbilical cord. Now I need to get my 3/3. Which is, I guess, what we'll do right now.